So it looked like a member of the Brown staff has quit the damn team. Now, guys, I'm here to tell you.
The locker room's on edge, tempers are flaring, and right in the middle of the chaos stands one name everyone's whispering, Shedeur Sanders. The college phenom has somehow become the eye of Cleveland's latest storm, outshining quarterbacks, coaches, and even the front office drama itself.
The Cleveland Browns is in disarray. When you start seeing members of the staff quitting, leaving,
something massive is bubbling under the surface. And this time, it's not just Haslam's short-fused rumors are flying about secret meetings, angry phone calls, and Shedur's next shocking move.
Mind you, guys, the season is still going on. Oh, my goodness. This is looking very, very...
the brand that could flip the whole Browns narrative on its head. If you've been tracking every twist, tap subscribe now so you don't miss the next detonation, because this one's shaking Berea to the studs. So yeah, apparently the Browns just smashed the self-destruct button again. You'd think after decades of chaos, they'd run out of new ways to embarrass themselves.
Haslam's name in bold letters.
Y'all heard him right. He's seen the writing on the wall because he's potentially finna get fired.
But somehow this franchise keeps inventing fresh ways to set its own house on fire. Haslam is pacing like a CEO on a triple espresso bender, swinging the broom at anything that moves, and the building feels like a live wire. This isn't a rough week. It's doomsday in slow motion.
Word on the street is that they finna clean house. Jimmy Haslam is about to clean house, bro.
You don't walk out during a storm unless you already see the iceberg through the window, and Cleveland keeps insisting this is all part of a plan. The ship isn't sinking. It's already on the ocean floor, and they're pointing at the bubbles, calling it progress. And now the chaos hits a new level.
Listen.
In the Ken Rosenthal report, he correctly attributes the idea that no one from the Browns media has been able to speak to DePodesta since March of 2022. Yep. I mean,
and the Browns' chief strategy brain just packed up his spreadsheets, his coffee mug, and whatever sanity he had left, and walked straight into baseball. The Browns just exploded again. Jimmy Haslam's losing control like a man watching his empire crumble in slow motion. You've got to be spectacularly done with football to trade blitz looks for batting averages mid-season. Word on the street is the Colorado Rockies are eyeing Cleveland's analytics mastermind, Paul DePodesta, and everyone's pretending this is normal.
This is not a good look. And you want to know what this tell me? The boat is sinking and people ain't going down with the Titanic.
Please, you don't abandon an NFL franchise in the middle of a fire drill unless the walls are actually hot to the touch. He didn't pursue another opportunity. He escaped like a spy who saw the red light blinking on the laptop and knew the countdown had started. If you live for these inside jolts, hit like and keep rolling. We're weaving receipts into real talk. The second that story broke, panic spread through the building like a fire alarm. Kevin Stefanski looks like a student whose group leader just quit hours before the final presentation. Andrew Berea is probably doom-scrolling job boards at 2 a.m., searching for anything without reported to Jimmy Haslam in bold. And Haslam, you can picture him pacing a groove into the carpet, muttering like a football monarch, "We're going to fix this team, even if I have to fire every last person still breathing." It's not management, it's a meltdown in a suit. When the owner goes on a cleaning spree, you don't ask questions. You quietly update your resume and pray your key card still works in the morning. Stefanski is gripping his job like a greased football in a thunderstorm. Tight smile, forced calm, that haunted look of a man who knows the countdown has started. He's coaching like the lease expires next week and the landlord stopped returning texts. You know that vibe when your boss ghosts your emails and then just appears at your desk to check in. That's Stefanski's every day, living on borrowed time. And somehow, through all the static, the name that won't stop echoing isn't Haslam or Barry, it's Shedeur Sanders, the kids everywhere, like the ghost of Cleveland's football future, haunting every hallway conversation. Fans are daydreaming him into orange and brown. Touchdowns, broken curses, belief rising from the floorboards. But this is Cleveland. You know how the story goes. Draft him, bench him, break him, then blame him for the weather. Meanwhile, Haslam is doing Marie Kondo with job titles. Does this coach bring joy? No, gone. Does this GM spark optimism? Out. Does the quarterback make me feel centered? Next. The Browns are stuck in a never-ending reboot, a software update that crashes at 72% Every time they keep trying to fix a broken system with the same busted parts. Back to DePodesta for a beat. Cleveland's most mysterious exec. 10 years of a paycheck and the fans swear he's a ghost. Loch Ness and Berea. Every few years someone claims a sighting. Then poof, he's off to the Rockies like witness protection for failed football strategists. Media hasn't heard a peep from him in ages. That's not guarded. That's gone. Picture him closing the laptop, whispering, "I see where this is headed. I'm not waiting to be Haslam." He didn't resign, he evacuated. If you're still with me and you want the unfiltered saga as it breaks, punch that subscribe. This channel is your seat in the war room. Inside the facility, the vibe is high-speed evacuation. Haslam's energy is pure chaos, like a dad opening the Wi-Fi bill and discovering the kids bought NFTs with his card. The man's on edge, ready to tear it all down and start over, again. But in Cleveland, that isn't panic, that's tradition. Smash, reset, fire half the building, smile for the cameras, say new direction, and promise it's different. Spoiler, it's never different. The fans, bless them, are professionals at hope. Every offseason is group therapy with better lighting. New schemes, new speeches, week 3, same yelling at the TV. With the front office spinning, fans aren't even angry anymore. They're numb, bracing for impact like people who know the ending but still buy popcorn. And somewhere, Shadur is probably watching the tape of this reality show and thinking, maybe staying in Boulder wasn't the worst idea. From a distance, Cleveland looks like opportunity. Up close, it's volunteering to fix a roller coaster while it's running. Haslam's rage isn't about one departure. It's years of bottled frustration blowing the hinges off the door. He's thrown millions at coaches, schemes, vision decks, and the Browns still trip over their shoelaces. So he's doing what billionaires do, making impulsive, emotional decisions and dressing them up as restructuring. You can feel it already. A press conference parade of buzzwords, accountability, alignment, culture, while behind the scenes, he's pacing like a man watching his investment turn into a reality show with no script and way too much drama. Can you even blame him fully? Watching the Browns manage themselves is like watching a toddler juggle fireworks. You don't know whether to laugh, cry, or duck. The chaos isn't organized, it's contagious. Staffers aren't waiting to be fired. They're beating HR to the buzzer. When your top strategist chooses the Rockies, that's not career growth. That's a cry for peace of mind. And everyone in the building knows Haslam's spring cleaning is never one person, it's an avalanche. First analytics, then coaching, then the GM, then the intern who bought the wrong Gatorade color. Once the itch starts, nobody's safe. The tension is thick enough to cut with a visor. Stefanski looks like he's already packed the boxes in his head. Every play call feels like a goodbye letter. Every rotation like channel surfing to kill time before the finale. Quiet rebellion with a smirk. And soaring above it all, the subplot that never dies, Shedeur Sanders. The internet won't stop saying his name. Maybe he's the future, maybe he's just the fantasy fans' clutch when the boat is taking on water, but it's poetic. As the building crumbles, hope keeps borrowing his face. When a team feels like it's sinking to the ocean floor, the lifeboat with the Heisman smile looks like salvation. Make no mistake, this isn't just another bad week. This feels like the start of something massive, the calm before another franchise-level blast. The Browns are clearly bracing for new era language. New leadership, new direction, same heartbreak lurking at the finish line. Haslam isn't hiding the rage anymore. Word around town, he's done with the speeches and the next year's sermons. When he blows, nobody's safe, not even the drywall. The Browns have entered their favorite season cycle. Hype, hope, heartbreak, house cleaning, rinse, repeat. Respect the consistency. Other teams rebuild, Cleveland reincarnates. Executives running for the exits, coaches sweating through mic checks, Haslam volcanic in designer shoes, and above the smoke, the name again, Shedeur Sanders, hovering like a myth stitched into a jersey, a whispered, maybe this time. At some point, you stop asking for a new playbook and call a priest. Whatever this curse is, it won't leave quietly. Credit where due, Haslam is passionate. When the walls tremble, he doesn't sit still, he detonates. No more polite boardrooms, no more patience. The rampage has a calendar invite. More firings, more resignations, more mutual decisions at 11:59 p.m. And just wait, give it a few weeks, and the Shadur drumbeat will roar again, because Cleveland needs a face for hope the way a storm needs thunder. If you're into the raw, no-spin version of this saga, turn on notifications. You'll want the instant ping when the next shoe drops. Here's the truth. This isn't the end of the chaos, this is intermission. The Brown saga plays like a reality show you can't stop watching even though it hurts your soul. Haslam raging. Stefanski coaching like he's halfway out the door. Andrew Berea refreshing job boards like a Fortnite loot drop. Shadur somewhere watching with that calm smirk that says, "This is exactly why I stayed put." The front office will look like a revolving door in a hurricane. It's chaos, expensive chaos. And the funniest part is Haslam still thinks he's being subtle. Subtlety and Haslam have never met. Right now, coaches whisper, players keep their heads down, and the owner paces like he just realized the group project earned an F, and his name's at the top. Somewhere, Shadur is quietly training, deciding whether to save this franchise or save the story for his own future redemption arc. The Browns are neck deep in pandemonium, staff fleeing, the owner exploding, and Sanders hovering like the plot twist you feel coming even before the music swells. If you want the next chapter the moment it breaks, like this video so other Browns fans see it, drop your take in the comments. Would Shadur be a miracle or the next sacrifice? And subscribe right now. We're tracking the leaks, the firings, the whispers, and every last smoldering ember in Berea. Don't miss the next episode of the NFL's wildest soap opera.